Hi all, this is a 3 looks, 1 palette using the Morphe Mickey and Friends Truth Be Told palette. Yeah, I got this in a Busy Beauty Store box. You can find her on Instagram, and yeah, if you're looking for an awesome makeup box that is curated for you, definitely go check her out. But yeah, this is the palette. And I'm going to first start off with Bat Those Lashes, and this is going to be a cut crease. I'm not very good at cut creases, and I'm not sure how I felt about this look, but I attempted it to do something different, you guys. And anyways, I'm taking that up on my crease, just kind of like that. And then I took that green shade, I think it's called Investigator, but I could have read that wrong. Anyways, I am placing that on the outside of my crease. Of course this isn't my crease because I have partially hooded eyes, so I have to go above, but yeah, I am lining it just like you see. And then I'm taking that Big Bows, is that what it said? I'm sorry, I'm reading it off the screen, and yeah. Anyways, I'm using that to blend and buff out that, darker pink shade, and then I'm taking the light green shade right there and I'm using it to buff out the other green shade. Yeah, I think that these shades honestly are kind of patchy and dry, and the formula of this palette just isn't amazing. It's a good palette, you can make it work, but it's not great in my opinion. But yeah, I cut my crease and I did a fast, zoom of that because yeah, you don't want to have to watch that. I took Staring Contest and I placed that all over where I cut my crease, and I zoomed through this as well because it took me a little bit to pack that on. It's kind of a formula thing, and also it's a big space to put that on, but I don't know, it just wasn't super spectacular. I then took that pink shade and I placed it down on my bottom lash line, and I took that green shade, the light green, and I placed it on my inner portion. By the way, it was the dark pink shade that I used on my outer corner, and then the light green. And then I used the light pink to kind of blend out that dark pink shade. And then I did a wing off camera, and I went in with that black shade in the palette. Even though it has some glitter in it, I used it anyways, and the glitter didn't show up too much. And I used it to line the bottom of my eye. And I kind of did the rest of it off camera and did like an inner liner and went a little bit wild. But yeah, this is the finished look. What do you think? I'm not super amazing at cut creases. I don't feel like they look amazing on me either, but it could just be because I suck. But anyways, going on to the second look, I'm using the Major Edge shade, and I am placing that all over my outer corner and that C area, as well as, like my bottom lash line. Yeah, my eye was watering really, really, really bad, so this look didn't really turn out, but I'm showing it to you anyways because, well, why not? I filmed it. It takes time to make these 3-look-1 palettes, and I don't know, felt like showing you this look. Yeah, it gets a little bit rough because of my runny eyes. This blue actually wasn't too terrible, honestly, for the fact that it is a blue. Like, it didn't go too patchy and it layered pretty well. I will say the shimmers in this palette aren't that great, and that a lot of these shades are patchy. I'm taking that Street Beats and I'm using that on my inner portion of my eye, just like that. It's a really pretty periwinkle, but it took quite a bit of layering to get it to build up to a nice opaqueness, I guess. It just really wasn't that pigmented. I had to build it, is what I'm trying to say. But it did build, as you see. Yeah. And then I used it to blend out the outer edges of the darker blue, because why not? And I'm doing that C shape, and I also brought it in onto my inner portion of my bottom lash line, just like that. And then I took that other light blue shade and I used it for my brow bone and that blank space, but as you can see, it really didn't do much of anything. I layered it quite a bit too, and it didn't do much. I'm taking that troublemaker with my finger and I'm placing it on my outer portion of my eye. These shades, the shimmers particularly, work better with your finger. They're not very glittery or sparkly, and so glitter primer or your finger is your best bet. I went into that Iconic Waves and I placed that on the inner portion of my eye, just like that. And yeah, that's me complaining about my watery eyes. I took some glitter from ColourPop called Tiny Nugget. Glitter is not eye safe, don't do as I do. Yeah, I'm not responsible for your eyeballs. But yeah, this is the finished look. And it kind of got a little wild. As you can see, my eyes were watering and it just, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the third look, which I think is my favorite. And I'm taking that orange and I'm placing it on my outer portion and on my crease. You have to let me know which look was your favorite. I always enjoy hearing it because a lot of times it's not what my favorite look is, or sometimes it's like super split and you guys all like different looks, which I also find interesting. But yeah, so I'm just layering that orange on. Like I said, these shadows, you have to layer them. They are a little patchy, a little dry, and they're just not the best. I don't know how many times I can keep saying that. I like the mini one. I felt like the mini one performed far better than this big one. But yeah, I took that like 80s pink or Barbie's pink, I guess, I don't know, and I placed it on my lid, just like that. And again, I had to build it quite a bit. And for whatever reason, I was messing with my camera. That was neat. But yeah, I'm just throwing it on and layering it. And then I took that Head Out shade, which is a very pale yellow, which was actually really pigmented, considering how most of the shadows in this palette weren't pigmented. I mean, it's not like super pigmented, but I was kind of surprised. And then I just use it to kind of like build it up, you know, kind of going for a sunset look. It is springtime, so I am trying to be all happy, even though Oregon is having some weird winter springtime weather right now. While I'm editing this anyways, not when I had filmed this, because this was filmed a while ago. Anyways, I sharpened up the edges, and then I took that orange on my bottom lash line, my bottom lash area, I don't know, yeah, my bottom lash line, I guess, and I just used it just like that. Then I took that yellow and I placed it on the inner portion of my bottom lash line, and then I took some glitter primer and I placed it on my eyes because, like I said, you have to use your finger or glitter primer. And I took that bright pink, or that pale pink, the Made Ya Look shadow, and I placed it on top of my eyelid where I placed that glitter primer. I thought it was a really pretty pink, but it is a very soft shimmer. But as you can tell, it helps a lot when you lay down a glitter primer. It lets the sparkles shine more, in my opinion. Yeah, and then I took some glitter, Island Hopping from ColourPop. Again, don't put glitter on your eyes. I am not responsible for your eyeballs. Okay, but I really like a shimmer, and these shimmers just didn't do it for me, so I wanted to add some glitter. And this is the finished look. I got a little mascara on my eyelid, oh well, but yeah, that's that. I'm not sure how I feel about that bright lipstick with this look, but yeah. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!